Hello everyone, this is Take from bigheadtaco.com and welcome to BHD Studios. I'm here to do another unboxing video of the GFX 50R, and that's a pretty highly anticipated digital medium format by Fujifilm. I've already done my first impressions video, so this is the unboxing. So let's just move this out of the way here. And this is that of the 50R. So let's start the unboxing now. Alright, so unlike a lot of the X series cameras, the GFX series, most of it is actually in white, and you may have seen that in other videos. So this is how it comes, like this. It's a glossy white box, and here's all the sort of like the basic what's in the package. And you can tell by the size, this is body only. So let's start the unboxing here. Looks like you get, let's just look at all this stuff here, just very quickly here. Just showing you how to put the little adapter on for your battery charger, and it's giving you the Capture One Fujifilm for all the GFX, and here's how to, it looks like this is how you can get your free download with this here on your Capture One. So that's actually fantastic. That's something that a lot of photographers have been waiting for. There are other Capture One shooters using Pentax and other digital medium format cameras, and a lot of them said they wouldn't switch over until they got Capture One made by Phase One for post-production editing features. And so that's fantastic that that's here. So I'm excited as well to test that out. But let's get to the next layer here. And here is the next layer. And you get all the little different plugs. This looks like it's just the European standard, I guess. And then this must be the international version, because I can't see someone getting one of these for every region in the world. So this is kind of the North American as well as Japan standard. I know Hong Kong uses this style connector here. And what else? Is there another one left? Looks like there's another one here. Oh, it's angled in. What is that? Is that Europe? The little angled in? So at least in this box, but don't, I don't think you get 4 in every box, but maybe you do. But this one does. And you also get the cable management little holder here, although I don't feel it's as important on the GFX-R as it is on the 50S, but here you go anyways, you get one of these. Also, you get these in the XH1 as well. And here's the charger, and being here in North America, I like these type because you don't have to, there you go, see, look how fast it is. I hate that long cable that you get on the other X series, and the XT3 also comes this way with just a short little plug. I like it, I prefer it. Let me know in the comments if you actually like the long cable thing. I never liked it. And what else you get? Oh, you get the battery. It's the same battery that you get on the GFX 50S as well. And it's basically 1.5 of the regular X series battery. And these actually have chips in there, so in camera you can check to see how many times this has been recharged and how much life cycles left in the battery. So that's fantastic. I wish the X series had that. And the strap on the 50R is going to be different than on the 50S. And this is a nice, like a sort of a rubberized kind of a inside, maybe neoprene on the outside here. Nice subdued, not overly flashy strap. So those of you that like OEM straps, here you go. I like my hipster straps that can attach on. And looks like that's it. So we're gonna put the box aside and let's open this up. Check it out. Here you go. Look at that. What do you guys think? I think it looks fantastic. And I was mentioning, here are the eyelet lugs on the GFX 50R. So if you want to use your existing straps that you have on your X series, any of the ring style straps that you have for your Leicas and your Fujifilms, it'll fit on this, which I actually do prefer over the 50Ss. And yeah, so let's drop in the battery. So unlike the 50S, which the battery went in from the side, which I actually did like, it's on the side but in the back. So that's what made the 50S so thick. This has been flattened out. So because it's been flattened out, it has been elongated this way, and it is wider this way than the 50S, but it's much, much thinner. And I was mentioning about the here we go. So this is the bottom connectors down here. So you have your AC power in, you have your USB-C in here to do in-body charging as well as transfer. And it is the 3.1 standard, so you can transfer quicker and you can also tether faster. And then in here, I think it's like the remote control. So here is where you would put this, this cable management like this and screw it down and then run the wires through it. But I mean, I'm sure there are those, and then you have to put your little plate here and make sure that it doesn't block here. So maybe the plate doesn't block, but your head is so big that you still have to take the camera off the tripod to access the battery. So, I mean, that's a trade-off. That's a trade-off for having this form factor versus the GFX 50S form factor of everything coming out the side. So that's the cable management if you need it, but I don't think a lot of people looking at the 50R is looking to do that. And a couple little differences, as mentioned in my previous video, is that this is not the 3-way tilt, it's just the 2-way tilt. It would have been nice to have the 3-way, but it would have made this a little bit thicker, so I understand the decision. And it is the first Fujifilm rangefinder styled camera that even has an articulating screen. The X Pro never had it, the X100 never had it, the XE series have never had it. So we're hoping, a lot of us are hoping that the new X Pro 3 will have an articulating screen, because their sort of design aesthetic of saying we never put an articulating screen on a rangefinder style camera, well, that has changed with the GFX 50R. So I think it's a good thing, shooting out on the street, shooting it down low like this so you're looking down, or shooting up high and then kind of looking up to it. I think it's great to have this articulating screen. And I do have a lens to put on here, and it is probably the lens that a lot of people will want to shoot with the 50R, which is the 45 f2.8 RWR. So that's this lens here. And there is something unique about this lens, and it is right there. Look at the number 75A00001. This is like number one. This is the first production of the A series run, I guess it is, of this lens. So this is pretty sweet. So let's put this lens on the 50R, and here you go. This is how the 50R will look like with this lens. The GF63 is actually a little more squat, even though the focal length is a little bit longer. It's about a 50mm equivalent. This is about a 35mm equivalent. So this is kind of like if you're shooting with the X100 series on steroids, sort of like this, or if you're shooting with the XF23, which I actually am right now I'm filming this with the X-T3 with the XF23, which is a great lens for video. And just for fun, maybe I'll take this lens off, because I am going to now compare, because I think a lot of people buying the GFX 50R are guys that saw the 50S and said, you know what, it's great. We think that is something that they would consider, but they didn't like the form factor. It kind of had a, let me just clean this up a little bit, guys, here. Much cleaner. So here you go. This is the 50R. And I think a lot of people are a lot of our existing Fujifilm shooters. And so I did this before, but this is in comparison to the XE3. So look at this. You can see the size difference. It's quite significant, but of course you're getting a significant sensor size difference as well in terms of thinness. And you have to remember that the XE3 is the most compact of the Pro. I would call it Pro because, you know, the XT100 and some of the other really consumer level X series cameras, they are probably even smaller than the XE3, but of the XE series, of the XT series, of the X Pro series, the XE3 is the most compact. So here is the size difference, but you are getting quite a significant leap in sensor size. But just for fun, I also have the XH1. Now this has quite a prominent grip, and that's the one thing that I've heard some complain a little bit about the 50R is that it doesn't have much of a grip, especially for the size and weight of the lenses that you'll be putting on there. And so either get when Fujifilm comes out with a grip for this, or third-party companies, it might be a great idea to have that grip, because the 50S, without even a strap, it feels nice, kind of holding it all day like this. And I have that feeling with the XH1, that with a big lens, I just reviewed the XF8 to 16, holding it like this all day, having this grip here, it just felt really nice in the hand. Now this one here is a little bit more square and flat. So the shutter button is not here, it's over here. So your hand angle is further back this way. And so in terms of ergonomics, the 50S is gonna feel better in the hands. But in terms of carrying around all day, the back is flat. So if you're wearing a strap up against your body, it's gonna feel good to shoot with this all day, but at the expense of ergonomics. All right, so here are the 3 cameras. Here's a 45. That's it for the unboxing. Thanks so much for watching, and well, you know what? Before I end, just so you know, I will be reviewing this. So I had my first impressions. Now I'm gonna be shooting this for the next month or 2 or 3, and if I have a big project, I'll take it along with me, and then I'll give you my first impressions. But in terms of shooting impressions, because IQ, I've had the 50S. I had it for over a year since it came out, and I tested all the lenses except the latest GF250 lens, and fantastic, beautiful, beautiful lenses, beautiful sensor. So this is more of a shooting impression in terms of ergonomics. That's it. Look forward to my shooting impressions of the GFX 50R, and thanks for watching, and happy shooting.